Welcome friends, fellow meat enthusiasts. We're gonna try out some beef heart. This is one beef heart. I know we can make it taste good, but I wanna know how it tastes best. So I'm gonna separate it into two parts and go through two different processes to see what is the maximum use of this beef heart. I'm gonna start by cleaning it up. Since I'm separating it anyway, I want one side bigger than the other. Got plans. Start with some of the obvious heavy fat. See some spider webby looking stuff in here. Doesn't look like it's going to taste too good. Go ahead and make sure I get all of that out of there. First portion of heart trimmed up, all the little silvery bits, rubbery bits removed. Move on to this next one. Heart surgeon in reverse. My understanding is all this fat on the heart, still good to make your own tallow out of if you wanted. But there is a lot, just like from the vents, just a lot of silvery, rubbery. You could tell it wouldn't eat well. Just heavy fat. Got my two heart portions that I'm going to cook in two different ways. Got a little bit of fat we can make into some tallow. Then I've got the trimmings off the heart that I didn't think were terrible, where I took out most of the spider webby stuff. And I've heard it said it's called ancestral ground if you add organ meat to regular 80-20 ground. So we're going to give that a shot. We're going to see what that's all about. I don't think it'll be good, but some things I just want to try to rule it out for sure. Got some fresh oregano, some fresh rosemary. I'm going to take half of what I got, put it in a large container on the bottom. Then you're going to take some olive oil, put that in, some minced garlic going in, black pepper, paprika. What I've got here, 50-50 mix of soy sauce and Worcestershire. And then just some water so we could get our hearts submerged. It smells excellent. Simple marinade. Sometimes that's all you need. Put our heart portions in. It's not quite submerged, so I need to add a little more water. And we'll take the last of our rosemary and our oregano and put it right on top. And we're just gonna let that sit overnight. If you didn't have that kind of time, I imagine 2 hours would be sufficient. Put the lid on and just make sure your seasoning is mixed. What we've decided is we're gonna grill this one, just purely grill it. And then this other one, we're gonna smoke it first, see if it's worth it, see if it makes a difference and actually maximizes the beef heart. We're gonna get it to an internal temp of 145, pull it off, but then we're still gonna throw it on the grill to give it a finishing sear. We're gonna use some Kingsford no salt, decided on the no salt because that marinade we use has so much salt in it with the soy sauce and the Worcestershire. So we're gonna first tenderize this piece where we're leaving the smoked one not tenderized, just to see, just for science. This is nothing I would intentionally do to a burger for taste, so kind of the opposite of what I usually do. I understand if for nourishment and nutrition you're adding in some organ meat. It's just something I heard of and have never tried, so why not? We threw some of this heart meat with some regular beef that we're going to grind. Consistency looks nice. Thoroughly blended regular beef with our beef heart for our ancestral ground burger. I think it's going to need all the help it can get. So I'm going to hit it with some seasonings, a little bit of salt, black pepper, add in some garlic powder, some onion powder, Worcestershire, Worcestershire sauce, some yellow mustard, and a little bit of ketchup. I really put my heart into this, guys. I hope it works out. Oh!
Fail.
Yeah, the granulated texture of the heart is not good for burgers, it turns out. Yep. Throw this shit in the trash.
Are we gonna keep going on this?
Yep, we're gonna make it work. It's fine. It's fine. We'll just cover it with cheese. It'll be all right.
It'll be our binding agent.
Yes. Cheese tacks. Smoked beef heart going on next to the raw beef heart. Some good sear on there. Beef heart grilled. Looks pleasant. Feels nice. A little thin sliver here. Man. A little different than like a normal cut of beef. Little like organy, but not overpoweringly gamey. The texture is very nice, and all we did was season and grill this, and you can see it looks like a piece of steak. It looks good. It's actually very tasty, and at I think it was like $4.99 a pound. I bought it. I would eat this. Not bad at all. I'm actually very impressed. I had no expectations. I literally almost ordered pizza. Let's try the smoked one and cut through this whole thing and check it out. Have a look at that. Let's give it a shot. Added smokiness to the same recipe. Looks different, feels different. Ooh. I can't believe it. That exceeded my expectations a little bit. I expected some nonsense. Not my favorite thing. It's not like it's going to stack up to like a ribeye or something. But beef heart is a viable meal. It's good. Very impressed. Didn't see that coming, actually. Now, I'm also skeptical about the heart burger. You could tell it's a bit granulated. So I dressed this burger up quite a bit with all the toppings. Let's see. Is a beef heart burger. They say 10% to make it an ancestral burger. This is probably closer to like 40% because I really wanted to go for it and see. Let's see. That is a delicious burger. But it's a delicious burger because of the way it's seasoned and dressed. It's not bad. I'm going to eat this whole thing. But there is no reason to make a heart burger. Unless there's some kind of health benefits you know about or are seeking that I don't, maybe then. But taste-wise, no, I'm not going to sensationalize for the channel. Don't do this. You can make a much better burger without it. It's not bad. Like I said, still going to eat this whole thing. Yeah. But there are better ways to do this. If you guys like this video, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thanks for hanging out with us today.